Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. I know big hair don't care. Something that I never ever do is wear my natural hair, much less in a fro. I mean, I always wear my natural hair. Let me rephrase, because I don't wear weave, or wigs. But I never really let it just be out and be free. Right, I normally will make sure that it's straight, or I'll have a ponytail, or something will be going on, right? But lately I've been rocking my crown just in its very heightened glory, and legit it's so less constricting. I feel like more information flows through. So I'm just loving my fro. Let me know how you feel about it, right? Because everybody that sees me, they're like, girl, I love the fro. They're like, are you bringing it back to the 70s? And that's not really what I'm trying to do. I just was like, my hair wants to be free. My head wants to be free. It wants to be free. So today we are going to talk about affirmations that you can say to help you win in life, to change your life. Now, these affirmations are not what changes your life. It's the feeling behind the affirmations. It's your conviction of the affirmations and the repetition of how many times you affirm it. Because repetition is what helps it sink into the subconscious mind. And if you're watching this video, then you've heard me say it a million times, your subconscious is your programming. It's the thing that creates your paradigm, that makes you do the things that you do. So you can consciously try to go and do something and fail about a week or so later because your subconscious is not in the programming, right? So when you repeat affirmations over and over and over, you, one, start to believe it. Two, it becomes part of you. Three, it starts changing the programming that you have, which switches your paradigm, which allows the thing that you're affirming to come true for you. Okay? So these affirmations are some that have been tried and true. Ones that I started affirming back in 2017 to help me materialize or manifest certain things in my life. And they are taken from other masters and gurus. So divinely channeled through the universe from God itself to these divine masters, yes, but that means they also have a lot of power and momentum behind it. Okay, the more people that pour into these affirmations, the more powerful these words become. And they have been specifically formulated to help you attain the things that you desire. Okay, so I have 7 here written down in my handy dandy book, so I will be looking down and reading. Now, this first affirmation is one that I composed, but it's taken from Bob Proctor. It's taken from his words. So the first affirmation is, today I decide to use my phenomenal powers to create a life that I desire. Today I decide to use my phenomenal powers to create a life that I desire. That affirmation is so powerful because it focuses on the now, on the today, which is the only thing that you can work with. You can't work with the past, it's done, and you can't work with the future because you don't know what it is, right? So this focuses on the now, on the happenings of the present, the gift that you are given of the right now. And it allows you to hone in on your phenomenal powers. It's acknowledging the phenomenal powers that are within you that you may have decided to not use because you didn't recognize it, right? So that affirmation, so very powerful. Shout out to Bob Proctor. This second affirmation is also from Bob Proctor, and I love him. I love him so much. I was very sad when he passed. I was actually in the hospital with my little one. I sat in the hospital for 2 weeks before I gave birth to my little one because my water ruptured. I was supposed to have a home birth, and that went to shit. But while I was sitting in the hospital, Bob Proctor died, and I was crying. The nurse was like, what's wrong? I was like, Bob Proctor died, and half of them didn't know what it was, but I absolutely love him. Anyway, so this affirmation from him: I am so happy and grateful now that I easily focus on the good I desire. I am so happy and grateful now that I easily focus on the good I desire. Make sure you say it with conviction. You say it with feeling. Make sure you're saying this multiple times throughout the day. It only works if you're repeating it over and over and over. How many times have you heard the same things regurgitated on the news? It's for a reason. It's to create that earworm, that programming in your mind. So, second affirmation, I am so happy and grateful now that I easily focus on the good I desire. It's easy because it's supposed to be easy. Okay? The third affirmation is one that Brother Yosef has shared a few times, and that's why I'm wanting to share with you all. Brother Yosef, check him out. His channel is New Life Tools, NULYFETOOLS, right? NULYFE, New Life Tools on YouTube. He also has a Patreon as well, which I'm a part of. Love that Patreon. But Brother Yosef, very powerful. This affirmation: my words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light, let there be light, let there be light. My words create my world, and my world is bright. So as I speak, let there be light, let there be light, let there be light. Yes. Let your words create an atmosphere full of light. So many times there's things that we may say or that we may experience that may feel dark, and it may be easy to fall onto that darkness. But it's important to affirm that your words are full of light. And there's some beings that don't like it, but fuck them, okay? We're all about the light here. We're all about the light. Fourth affirmation, one of my favorite affirmations as well, that I got from Justin Perry. He is the creator of the You Are Creators YouTube channel. At the beginning of his videos back in the day, what drew me to him was he had Pinky in the brain and said, what are we going to do today, Pinky? And Brain said the same thing we do every day, take over the world, right? I love that cartoon. But when I heard it, he had an instant subscriber, right? So Justin Perry, the fourth affirmation: I have more money than I know what to do with. I have more money than I know what to do with. That affirmation right there, it's mind-blowing, okay? Because it blows the lid off of many things, and it provides a solution to many things as well. I have more money than I know what to do with. Screaming at the top of your lungs because you're trying to drown out those things that are coming in and saying, no, you not, you broke bitch. We got to drown that out. I have more money than I know what to do with. And then just find all the different ways. Play an imagination game. What I used to do, I used to say I have more money than I know what to do with, and then I would think of all the things I would do with all the money, the unlimited supply of money that I have, right? I have more money than I know what to do with. Affirmation number 5. I see myself experiencing joy everywhere I go, giving love and receiving love. I see myself experiencing joy everywhere that I go, giving love and receiving love. And I didn't write down where that came from. I'm sorry. But I love that affirmation. And it may have been something that I composed myself as well, gathering from teachings of others. But this affirmation helps you move into your heart chakra, and it helps you find joy in everything that you do, everywhere you go. Okay? I see myself experiencing joy everywhere I go, giving love and receiving love. Isn't that so powerful? Doesn't that feel bright and lighthearted? Affirmation number 6. This is from Reverend Ike. You know, I love me some Reverend Ike. And it's just a variation to the affirmation that I told you all I have written in my wallet, and I say every time I use my card, right? But this is just a little variation of it. Reverend Ike: I see God multiplying back to me any money that I use, give, or circulate in any way in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. I see God multiplying back to me any money that I use, I give, or circulate in any way in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Any money, however which way it is used. It doesn't matter what it's used for, it's always being multiplied back to you in a never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. That is beautiful, especially in a society where a lot of people tend to focus on, you know, lack. We don't want that. We're focused on multiplication, right? And the last affirmation that I have for you, and this came from Robert Millikan. This is also a Neville Goddard, a variation of Neville Goddard. If you don't know who Neville Goddard is, please do yourself a favor and look homeboy up, okay? Like, his information from way back in the day is so very pertinent, and I understand now why there were many people that may have been suffering, but there were many people that were very elated. I told somebody this the other day, one of my clients. I don't remember what day it was. I was doing a reading for someone, and I had to remind them, you know, although there's a lot of things going on in the world and the narrative is being pushed of poverty and lack and we don't have, there's a lot of millionaires and even billionaires being created in this time. During the time of COVID, 2020, 2021, you know how many millionaires popped up out of that? The Great Depression, you know how many millionaires came up out of that? Because the mainstream narrative is telling you one thing and making you see it, but it's something completely different based off of what you're thinking. And if you're thinking, what service can I provide, or I'm an abundant being, or that's not my reality, what y'all are going through, you will experience something different. So, this affirmation from Robert Millikan. I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefits. Because just because some people that have money are worthless, evil, no-gooders, that doesn't mean that's who you're going to be when you have money. Uproot that storyline. Because all money does is enhances who you are. And when I came into money, I did not turn into a horrible monger. I'm still the beautiful, kind, caring, reserved individual that I always have been. I call my husband fake humble sometimes, right? Because he likes to boast about the things that we've accomplished, but that's within his rights. That's just me putting a little worm in his ear to say, hey, you know, make sure we keep it in check. But he has a right to boast and brag. There's so many things that we have to be grateful for that many people are striving to achieve, and we don't take that lightly. So, again, that last affirmation from Robert Millikan. I have a lavish, steady, dependable income, consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Again, what can I do to help others? What is the mutual benefit? You always want to not be in a selfish tunnel vision frame of mind. Okay? So that is that. That's all that I have for you today, wealthy family. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Let me know which affirmation was your favorite, right? 1 to 7. And start incorporating these things. Stay it on repeat. Set a timer. Stay it on repeat over and over and over. Put reminders on your mirrors, on your bed frames, on your phone screen, whatever. And say it over and over and over and over. It's time for radical change. Affirmations work when you put the feeling and the conviction into it. All right, wealthy family, until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.